Are you seeing a shift? How long you been educated?
This is shoot at this spot. This is year 6, but I've probably been in it like 13.
So in 13 years, has it ever been this bad?
Has it ever been? Okay, there we go. I'm back. Yeah, you
I
can't have a
bet.
show without me. Yeah, it's been worse than this in 13 years. No,
has it ever been this bad?
I honestly feel like it was worse than this before. Like because
it was worse than this.
Yeah, you are. Well, what are you defining? Let's get there. What are you asking about? Like, are you asking specifically about?
Like just like it seems like we're digressing from education. Like everybody's fighting everything. It's like no vaccines, no critical race theory, which is they have no idea what it is. You know, no, don't teach our kids about pregnancy in school. Don't teach our kids. It's like, what are we supposed to be teaching our kids? And then, you know, that's my thing. I'm on a whole like audiobook craze right now doing Black literature. And I just don't understand. Like we're the same shit Malcolm, the same shit James Baldwin was talking about in the 50s and 60s. It's still happening right now. Nothing's changed. We can do this now.
We can podcast and talk about it.
Yeah, but the still underlying bullshit is still there. You know, that's still like, oh no, we shouldn't do this because it's in the indoctrination is what I'm trying to get at. Like the indoctrination seems like people understand that it's education is all indoctrination, and now they're like, oh shit, we got to go back to that. We can't educate our people because people are having more opportunities to be smart now because of whatever area they have, either Google or whatever. It just seems like we're not. I don't know. Are you getting a lot of pushback from parents?
I mean, people don't necessarily. People have never necessarily taken advantage of the resources that were in front of them. You know, like I can remember being a kid that was always in the library, and I always had my own space because people didn't go to the library.
Yeah.
So even resources like that, it's like our resources have gotten greater. For instance, I've seen in some schools that would never dream of having like a 1-to-1 laptop ratio where every child or every student gets some kind of technology. I've seen schools that weren't able to do that before the pandemic start instituting that now. It's like magically, oh, now they have computers that they can take home. Like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
But it's all a money game. I'm saying I believe that the only reason that kids are back in school is so that parents can go back to work.
Yeah, that's it.
That's really it.
That's
like they don't give a single solitary fuck about your kid.
Fuck.
Like they don't care.
Not a single fuck.
They don't care what they're learning. They don't care as long as they get back home to you safe. Hey man, you know we're doing something.
What do we say about like weeks ago that parents are not qualified to teach their children or raise their children by themselves?
I don't think so.
And now all of a sudden they're like, oh, go back, go to school, just go, just get in there and learn something. And I mean, I understand the world is stressful, but I
still think that should be because of bum ass parents. That's true.
Yeah,
that's just because parents are bummy as shit.
They are.
The Asians are what's the stereotype we say with Asians? That they're smart at math and they're bad drivers. All right, so let's stick with the smart at math stereotype.
I don't believe that stereotype.
I just said. But let's stick with the math thing, right? I don't know. I mean, from what they display on shows and stuff like that, which I'm not saying is, it's good, but they show that Asians are like martial arts masters, and they're like, or they're like really
whoa, where are you going with this?
Hold on, or
yeah, get this in.
or they're really good in their studies and stuff like that. And usually when they show the ones who are good in their studies, they show the obsessive parent who says no outside life because you need to be smarter. Because you need to stick with your studies because your studies are going to get you further. I hear comedians talk about it. I hear that's just how those I mean I guess I could say stereotypes, but I mean I don't know how much of it is true, but that's what we see, or that's what they portray as far as the Asian community. Like they have to stick, bury down, and get in your studies in order to do better. All the while, they're still going to work and they're still, taking care of the children and stuff like that. So they're not saying that they're not qualified to raise their children. They're both walking and chewing bubble gum at the same time. It's just for some reason with us, we say, oh, we're not qualified to watch our children. We're not qualified to live life and to ensure that we raise our children properly or give them a good education. I mean, at this point, it's just excuses to me.
I mean,
Well,
here's the thing, like how many functioning adults do you know? Like how many adults do you know that you believe are in the mental space to really raise and teach like another human being how to grow and adapt and live in this world?
there,
That has gotten like through their own issues, through their own traumas and stuff, and can like bring in another being that won't be subject to any of the shit that they had to go through.
I don't think, like we always talk about this. Like I don't think we're there yet. I think because of Generation X's and the millennials, whatever, that age group between 78 to about like 85, that age group, I think we're just not. We're dealing with parents that were fucked up themselves, and their parents were fucked up. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
but we're not those people like our generate millennials, which I just learned. Beyonce, we are millennials.
Mhm. Yeah.
We are the parents now, so we can't keep looking towards the ones before us. We are the
But
parents.
but think about, as millennials and Gen Xers. I'm a Gen X. We are people now who are raising children, but we are now realizing the trauma and the anxiety and all the shit that we're dealing with. So we're now realizing, oh shit, I do have social anxiety, I do have depression like that. Now we're told, hey, now I want you to go raise children. And that's like, it's hard because it's like I can't raise my kids like my parents raised me. It doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? It's a different time. I can't yell at my kids the same way. I can't beat my kids if they do something wrong the same way. It doesn't work that way. You know, and the discipline is what, in a lot of ways, kept us alive. You know, the fear, that healthy fear of your parents would kept you in line. I don't think my kids have a
It's
healthy fear of
called
me.
the fear of God. Strike the fear of God in your kids. That's what
Yes,
we was raised off of.
yeah,
Raised
yeah,
off of fear of God. And not
but do we?
God per se, but the power that God put into your parents. That if you cross them, that was your ass is grass. That was the fear
But we
that
don't do that. With that, we don't have that fear anymore. We don't do that.
you
We
just
don't.
don't know. Yeah.
Well, I can't. I don't know how to do it
In a way
like
that
my
doesn't
parents.
traumatize them.
Exactly.
Who said
Because
all trauma is bad?
I don't
what?
know. Let's look that up. Let's look that
Yeah,
up. Let's
let's
research
look that up.
We want to
What?
look up the definition of trauma. Let's look up the definition of trauma because who said all trauma is bad?
Now I'm
Well,
going to research that question. Is
that's
all
a, that's
trauma bad?
that's a good point because of this. You wouldn't have the billionaires and millionaires now if they didn't have certain trauma to push them where they want to go.
Trauma
Right.
is a deeply distressing or disturbing experience,
So do you think we need?
or a physical injury.
So do you think we needed our traumas to push us to propel ourselves to be better?
I think as humans we might need trauma period to teach us when not to touch a hot stove.
I think we need trauma, period, but it's what we do. It's how we respond to it. Like you can grow up in a single mother home and grow up one way, and I can grow up in a single mother home and it be different. But we might have that commonality, but all of those different variables are going to make a difference in who we become. So yeah, my trauma, we might have the same trauma, but it's not going to affect us the same way.
How we learn from it and how we learn to navigate through, that is what the idea of proper guidance is supposed to show us. Not that we are shielded from trauma, because we won't be and we're not going to be. But there's supposed to be a guide who may have already went through that trauma who say, hey, listen, this is how you can circumvent that. This is how you can get past that. This is how you can learn from that so that you can move forward. That's all in the part of raising your child. They're
But
going to
then,
experience trauma, but it's up to you to
but,
say, hey, listen, that didn't feel good, did it? All right, so next
Well, okay,
time.
you're
what did we
talking about
learn from this?
Right.
you're not necessarily talking about trauma. You're talking about them making mistakes. I think mistakes and trauma are two different things. If I touch a hot stove, that's not trauma. That's a mistake I made to touch a hot stove.
Your
If my
your body just went through trauma, and now your mind has sent signals to say, hey, we shouldn't do that again.
and that's a mistake. A trauma is more like your parents beat your ass on a regular basis for looking at it, or you got
So
punched in the
are
mouth.
you saying trauma is something that happens to you? Like it's something kind of unexpected or
Let me see
out
if I
of the
can go.
normal that happens to you?
Let me see if I can go deeper. No, it's just two definitions. One is a deeply distressing or disturbing experience, and the other
And one's
one
a physical one.
is physical injury.
Yeah.
So if you touch a hot stove, you're injured. You're now burned. So now your brain says, hey, listen, you don't want to feel that again. Don't do that again. Or just in case your brain didn't tell that, you might need your parent to say, hey, listen, that pain that you're feeling feels like shit, doesn't it? It really hurts. Don't do that again. Because that's what you're going to experience every time you touch fire.
And then there'll be some people who are scared of fire for the rest of their life. Can't go to camp and shit. Can't make a s'more because they don't like fire no more.
Fucked up their whole experience.
Messed up the s'more experience.
Don't like being in hot
Who doesn't want a
rooms and
s'more? I don't know. I mean, I just see shit, man. Like all week long. If I was traveling this weekend because my mom was in an accident, and I was on the plane. This lady, these two women on a plane were about to fight.
Shit.
So for some simple shit, like as in, hey, I was in a line right here, had to step out to use the phone, and the other lady just popped off at it.
Hey, serious, guess the race.
I'm gonna say black.
No.
Oh,
you would think, but you're wrong, and here's why you're wrong in that one. Because one was we were in Detroit, right? And the first thing this white girl said, "This is fucking Detroit, bitch. We'll fuck you up." I was like, okay, she bought that life.
She's about to put on for the city.
On the phone loud as fuck. She's on the phone like, no, she's on the phone like, you know what? Here's what. She don't know. I'm gonna fuck her up. Wait till I see this bitch. She thinks she in first class. Fuck her. I got her. And me and my brother are like, oh Lord. So we got our phones out like this. Of course, phones out. I'm like, all right, here we go. There we go. And she didn't do that, but she couldn't find her. But I'm like, I guess because of the post-pandemic or pandemic fucking feels, but everybody is on edge.
With that being said, let me interrupt real quick. Can I just say there's just some things that you just shouldn't do on an airplane, and
fighting is one of them.
Fighting is one of them. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm not a big airplane guy at all, and I feel like I'm also nonviolent. I feel like I will beat a bitch's ass if they disturb anything on this plane while I'm on it. Like, it's just my nerves are real bad. They're real jittery. You see my hands? They don't stop shaking when they on planes. So I feel like if you get up because you don't want to wear your mask, like, dude, sit down. I'm about to beat your ass. Like, I can't have your disturbance possibly fucking up what the pilots need to do over there to land this plane. I need you to sit down.
50,000 feet out of it. Right. 50,000 feet is high. That's not high. Okay. You're up there. But that's what I'm saying. People, like, I don't know, we're in a brave era of like people think they can say whatever they want and there's no consequences, or they don't give a fuck about the consequences anymore because people will say shit all the fucking time. You're like, you will get slapped. You will get slapped. What world are we living in? There's no more consequences for actions.
We stopped. That's when we stopped slapping them. We stopped
fucking
slapping them.
I think so.
That's what happened. We stopped slapping them.
We stopped fucking slapping people. We got to talking.
Yeah, I think it's too much talking. I think people need to be like every so often. So we got to go beside somebody's head just because. Like, all right, listen, get up. We know not to do that again. All right, we good. But you see it all the time. People come to my store and try to like talk shit. This one guy said, "I'll fuck you up." I was like, dude, you don't know me. How you gonna tell me you gonna fuck me up? You don't know me. Now, if I step out the store and beat your ass, now you calling the cops on me because I beat your ass and you came out the store inviting me to whip your ass. So I know what to say or not to say in public spaces. I'm not violent. Like, serious. I'm not gonna purposely start an argument. I'm purposely grab somebody. I'm being kind to you as I possibly can. Oh man, you slept on my shoe. No worries, bro. Oh, you cut my. No worries, bro. But if people like, I don't understand. Like the in 2021, it seems like nobody gives a fuck, and we will fight anybody
It's about
for no reason.
it's about intent, and it depends on what the intent was of the discretion that you did. If you step on my shoe and it was, it's a genuine accident, I'm looking at you, I see what's happening, it was an accident, even if you don't say my bad, like, you didn't mean to do it on purpose, maybe you didn't see it, obviously it's an accident. But if you step on my shoe and then spit on me because you're a disrespectful prick,
Well, now you gotta die.
now
You spit on me, you gotta die.
you
That's
are
the
you
rules
are
of the
you
game.
are pure evil incarnate, and it is now my godly duty to take you off of this planet before there's a planetary wide destruction at hand. Like, it's just to keep the balance of power, you got to be taken out of here. But
What if they
Like, I-
had special needs?
oh man,
What if a
you
special
can't-
needs person stepped on your shoe and spit on you?
Okay, you got okay. Hold on.
No,
What special
he
needs are
asked
we
that.
talking
He
about?
asked that with the understanding that you would, because there's special needs, that you have to show some kind of leniency. No, because across my
No.
time, I have met a lot of special needs assholes. Okay, that know they're
You gonna
assholes
whip a
and
special
know
needs
that they're
person?
no, because it's a free pass that they feel that they have, because they know, like, some of them know, like all of them ain't like no, some
Okay,
of them
hold
know.
on. Okay, special needs as in hold on. Special needs
All
as
of
in
them
somebody,
like what?
somebody mentally special needs or somebody physically special needs.
Somebody mentally special needs.
Like somebody in a wheelchair runs over your foot and looks at you, spits on you.
Yeah,
knock
and,
them
they, and,
Oh,
and but then
man,
but
I
then
gotta
they but
push
then they
that
do
nigga
some.
and hope he keep going in the traffic. Like, oh, you knew you rolled over my foot on purpose.
I'm
You
talking about
asshole.
somebody. It could be somebody that's walking, but like say they spit on you, and then you like go to say something to them, and then they like make a face or do something, and you're like, oh wait, this
All right,
ain't.
that's different. That's different. Like, obviously, like, all right, you ain't right in the head. You didn't know that I would react like that, and maybe you won't remember because whatever's happening with you won't cause you remember. That's different. I'm just saying, I've met some asshole special needs. Not all of them.
What asshole special needs people
I'm
you
just
meet?
saying, man.
I've heard
I went to school. I went to school, and we've all been. I've seen. I went to school. Deontay, they had them at our school. I've known a couple of them, and it's just like, man, yeah, you right there. Somebody gonna whoop your ass.
I got a question. I got a question. This is good for the podcast because this after conversation me and Sirius had last week. Is it should your significant other pick up any of your hobbies?
Man, that joint took the left.
I know.
Yeah, it ended the
it did go
previous
left.
conversation, and definitely
did go left.
was like, all right, we gonna cut
It did go
this. And we
Like,
gonna
all right,
This
just-
fuck
popped into my head. I didn't. It popped into my head. I didn't want to lose my train of thought.
All right,
I lose it, it's gone.
Today is a conversation. Hey, everybody who's tuned in, today is a conversation. How conversation happens. So his question is what is it? What's the question?
Should your significant other
Pick
pick
up any
up
of
your
your hobbies.
hobbies?
Does it have
Or
to be your
or-
hobbies, or should they have hobbies? Well,
Okay, a hobby. So your significant other have a hobby.
I think so.
Hell
I think
yeah.
people should have hobbies. I think
But what do we consider hobbies?
things that,
things that you're willing to do that don't make money.
or they could make you money, but still, like, whether they make money or not, you still do it because you enjoy doing it.
So if your significant other doesn't have hobbies, are they boring?
Yes.
What if they're content with that, not having any hobbies?
And they're just content
Then
with
what do they
being
do?
boring people.
Well, because I say this because if you're a pregnant woman, if you're a woman, you have a kid at 18 years old, right? And your whole life is dealing with kids because it's all you've ever done since 18. And you don't necessarily have time to develop a hobby because your child is your hobby. Is that person a boring person, or is
Can
that a
your
person-
child be your hobby?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. If all you
But
have to do is
a
deal with your
a
child,
hobby is optional.
What I'm saying-
yes.
I mean,
yes.
Your child shouldn't be optional. Like, that should be, I need to raise this other human being. Like, that shouldn't be, it shouldn't be optional. I know.
Do you
people
understand
do
how
it as an
many
option.
parents like they raise their children to be at or like on the same level as them. Like they don't raise their kids to do better. They put shit in their name, not because like they're trying to build their credit, but because
Life
they
is
already got
hard and they
another
need
big
help.
life. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
That's just a shitty parent. I'm talking about like
That's a
saying,
shitty
if you're a single mother, right, and you've had a kid since 18 years old, and you had another kid since 25, then you have two kids before you're 26, and then those kids, you're doing a great job with your kids, you're raising your kids, but they're all you know. So when their kids get 15, 14 years old, where they don't really need you anymore because they're like doing their own thing, and you don't have any hobbies. Are you and their person, I'm content on doing nothing because for 15 years I had to raise you crazy people. Right? Is that person boring or just like I'm good what I'm doing right now?
No, yeah, that
I
person's
think
boring
they're
because
traumatized.
I think once they're finished raising their children, they would want to do other stuff because now they've got the time to do it. So if they're finished raising their children, it's just like, all right, no, back to doing nothing. Then yeah, like you're a boring person.
What if you have a job and your job consists of most of your time without you? So if you have your kids in your job and you're married or whatever, now when do you have the time for a hobby? Like we make time for our hobbies.
No,
You know
like
what I'm saying?
what have you been? There's no way that I'm going to believe that you sat around your kids or your husband, like or your spouse or whatever, like 24/7. There was you your ass did something. Like even if you just watched HGTV or some shit, like
Well, that's what I'm
you
saying.
did
Like
something.
that, like watching TV or on scrolling through TikTok, that occupies like 2 hours of your day because now you're decompressing from the whole day. So is watching TikTok a hobby?
It can be, man, but see, you talking to a different type nigga right here. Like, I don't really do, I don't really do too much shit that's not like profitable in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So my hobbies end up becoming enterprises at some point. Like at some point, you know, we're doing this podcast. At some point, it's going to grow, and this is like the practice shit. Like not practice as in I'm taking it lightly, but like this is preparation for what's to come.
Something bigger, something to slap on a resume and be like, yeah, bro, I does this podcast shit. I can run a radio station, like
Yeah, I mean that's
I mean, doing a
it,
podcast and running radio station is like two different things.
Yeah, but it gets you in the door.
Okay,
Like
I see
what
what
we're
you're saying.
doing right now. Like this
We'll
this
get you in the
is
door. Yeah,
yeah, this is a thing.
it's a good audition tape. Put it that way.
Yeah, exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
I got you. I see what you're
And
saying.
then even when we watch these episodes, like say we hit the 1 year of just the three of us, like we'll go back and watch some of those episodes, see how we've grown since, see how much better our conversations are, how much we've like grown into something bigger. Like it's gonna be great. So that's what I define. Like hobbies is like when I'm sitting here playing a video game, and I do that for like maybe 30 minutes or something like that. But I
Something
really
to take
try
the
not
something
to
to take the edge off of life.
just like a little bit, but I really find solace in playing music and creating music. So I'm
Uh-huh.
fortunate to be able to get to do that. I also get paid to do that shit. So it's like
Which
a
which is
win-win.
awesome. Yeah, that's, I
And
mean, which you're blessed in that way that you're actually your hobby actually pays you, which is a really awesome thing.
yeah, and it's to the point like I don't even think of it too much of as a hobby anymore. Like this is it's a lifestyle now. So I don't
And
have
I,
too many activities. Like I don't be yeah. What were you about to say, Adrian?
no, I was gonna say something else, but never mind. I
So
forgot
does
what I was
that so does that answer your question, Adrian?
No, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I all of that to say like I don't have too many things that I do that are solely just for fun. That's also something I need to work on, which is what I'm suggesting with this person that you're talking about. Like they need to work on finding themselves and
Well,
finding what makes them happy.
and that's why I do this. I do this solely just for fun. You know what I'm saying? I because
Yeah.
I know eventually it's gonna turn into something, but for now, I do it solely because I love you guys. And I'm like, all right, let me hit down my brothers and have a conversation for 2 hours, 2 hours on a Sunday. It's a good way to decompress and deal with shit. This
Yeah.
is my hobby. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what my career is, and I have 4 kids, so that kind of takes up all my fucking time. But like you said, I'm learning. I just started to learn do shit for fun. because all I was doing was working and just I was smoking a joint and go to bed.
Nigga,
No, I
so was you
wasn't.
talking about yourself the whole time? Talking
No, I
about
wasn't talking about myself. No, I
shit.
wasn't about myself. No, it wasn't me. I have hobbies.
Nigga, serious.
He wasn't.
I
he
look,
wasn't
no,
talking about himself.
no, I paint. You see that? I paint also. Okay. I paint, I write, I read, you know what I'm saying? I play video games.
So you're not
Makes-
bored. You're
No,
not bored.
no, I'm not bored. I'm never bored.
I don't think
I'm never-
I don't think he's bored, and I don't think he's boring. My position on this particular question, because it is something that we've talked about before, is that like people who have like no hobbies, or like say they have one hobby, it's just like if they don't do that one thing, they have no idea what to do if they're not doing that one thing. And this is like, well, why don't you pick up another hobby? And it's like, because I'm
Like
not interested in anything else. And it's like, well, you're boring. That's my personal take.
Like I've had kids for a very long time now. For like 13, I've had kids, 14 years I've had kids, right?
For 14 years, you've had that hobby? That's crazy.
No, but listen, for 14 years I have kids. So I know what busy is because it's always something to do with the kid or doctor or something, cooking dinner, whatever. Like for you guys who are like single men, it's single in the sense of you don't have a kid, you have a girlfriend, you have a wife, whatever, but you don't have a kid. So I don't know how people who don't have children don't have a ton of hobbies, a ton of shit to do. It seems like there's so much free time.
I am right there with you. Like
It's so much free time.
Being in those shoes before, it's like single people have no idea
how much free time you have. Like I tell people that like call out of work, I'm like, you call out of work for what? You have nothing to do. You have no kids. How are you tired? What have you done?
He would do that shit to me when we worked together. And I was just like, the fuck? I'm not trying to spend my days here. Even if I'm at home, like I want to be at home when that light bulb checks off. Like, oh, I could be doing this. I don't want to keep coming to work.
What? So I like me. If I didn't have the kids, I'm like, I would always be working or doing something. I don't because you have like so much free time.
But here's the thing: not if you're on your purpose. Not if you're working on your purpose. You don't have that much free time.
Yes, but people who do, but I know a lot of people who work for me are not on their purpose. They just don't want to come to work. They want to sit at home and watch TV and smoke a joint.
Hey, look, you've explained to us the people who work for you.
Dirtbags
in society.
No, I have good people.
Pick of the litter.
No, I got rid of all the shitty people. I have a number of good people now.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is like I don't like I never.
Are they young?
No, all the people I hired are not young anymore. I have one person that's young. Everybody else is above the age of 28, whatever. So they're working with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? They want to make their money.
Okay.
Yeah. Like for young people, like 21 to about 27, you have no kids. You have the energy. Okay. You have the time. What the fuck are you doing to make you tired? What are you doing?
They don't know what they have. That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
they don't know what they have.
Let me help y'all out. I had this conversation with my girl. We was talking about the age groups, the age ranges, right? So when you're a child and into your teens, you're still living with your parents, right? That's a bummer. Okay. When you get in your 20s, God willing, you're in school, you're in college, or you got your first place or whatever. That's your time you just work and have fun. That's your time. You work and you have fun. That's it.
What age group?
In your 20s. In your 20s. You work in your 20s. You work and you have fun. When you get to your 30s, and you say, all right, you got to cut that fun out because now you got to hunker down and you got to now build something. All right. Once you got that built in your 30s and your 40s, you can enjoy it. Hopefully you've done enough so that in your 40s and beyond, you can enjoy all the work that you've hunkered down and built in your 30s. Now, if you miss that time slot in your 20s to have fun and you decide to party in your 30s, all you do is you push that scale further and further back. So if you're partying in your 30s, now you got to hunker down in your 40s so that in your 50s, you can enjoy what you did in your 40s and so on and so forth. So the more you push that work to build something, the more you push that back, the further you'll get to enjoy it. So if you're in your 60s and you're like, all right, man, it's time for me to hunker down. I've been partying my whole life. And you're gonna be dead. You're not gonna be able to enjoy it. It's too late.
I agree with you with your age breakdown, but you're absolutely right. The age breakdown is spot on.
However,
really
I
is.
would say, like, what if you just having fun while you young and you like, okay, I'll just worry about that when I get older. Like,
You pushing it back. Pushing it back, or
Yeah,
you know, I mean, and then it's like it'll switch depending on the type of person you are. Or you can say, hey, in my 20s, I need to build here so that I can just
yeah,
have fun for the rest.
yeah,
But a lot of
yeah.
people have fun early on because once you get out of your parents' house, now you don't have those rules. Now you're making your own rules. Now you're developing into who you want to be as an adult. They're like, look, I'm gonna go party because you know, I'm gonna go party. That's what I want to do. I've got that freedom now. So once you get that early onset of freedom, you're like, all right, I'm a party. That takes up your 20s. But once them
Yeah, because I
30s come
know in my
around, it's like,
20s,
all right, it's time to be a serious adult. I'm not a young adult anymore. I'm time to be a serious adult. I need to start hunkering down
yo,
and building something.
that 30 bus will run your ass the fuck over if you're not paying attention. That 30 bus, well, I'm telling you, I thought it was bullshit because my father told me this years ago. So once you're 30, a light comes on. I'm like, man, whatever. I'm good. I'm 30. I can still do it. 30 years old, you're like, oh fuck, I am 30. I don't have a house. I live with my mama in the basement. What the fuck am I doing? Oh, something ain't right. Then you hear 35 come. Oh shit, it's 35. But
Yeah.
I say, but I say this to amend that, I will say you don't fully come into yourself until about like 37, 38, 39 to really know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You're
Dr.
still
Francis
growing
Cress Welsing said you shouldn't get married as a man until you're 35, at least.
easily.
Minimum.
Easily. That's facts. I agree with that 100%. I ain't get married until 36. No, 35. Yeah, you don't get married till 35. Easy. Because you're not ready. You're not ready to be a husband. Being a husband is hard. It's really hard. Being a husband, being a loyal husband is really hard. And men are stupid.
Well,
We just are.
he said be
Meaning a loyal husband.
No, look,
loyalty.
Heteros against Adrian.
See, look at feet up, come out of nowhere. Heteros against Adrian.
Loyal, nah, dude. Like loyalty is kind of
Isn't
like
that an oxymoron? It's like no.
it's like this. Loyalty can't be taught. It's just something that's just instilled in you. It's
no.
I think loyalty is insanity.
What? Oh, here he
What?
goes with this hot take. Okay, what's the insanity?
Shit ain't hot.
All right. Oh,
I'll bite.
Yeah. We're on the
I'll
line. What is it? What's so insane about loyalty?
A strong feeling of support or allegiance. I don't want a strong feeling. Like I want your burning, passionate desire. I don't want your loyalty. Like I want your dedication, your
extreme
devotion.
loyalty. Is that
You want me to stalk you?
No, I don't need nobody stalking me, but like I think of loyalty as just like job loyalty, right? You're loyal to your job as long as the checks come in. Yeah. As long as you get the schedule you want sometimes, but shit, if somebody comes and offers you a job, are you going to be loyal to them if you don't give them a 2 weeks notice? Like if they say, look, that's
old school mentality. Yeah, that's old school.
But to some people, it's like you're being dishonest or you're not being loyal to the job because
it depends.
You didn't follow this protocol.
It depends on how you feel about the job, and it depends on who you're loyal to. Are you loyal to the boss of the job, or are you loyal to his idea, which is the business? Because, well, real quick,
we're all cogs in a wheel. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, exactly. So, like for example, like I used to work for Adrian. He used to be one of my bosses, and it's like if I was leaving the job, I would tell him, like, listen, man, I'm about to get fucked. You know what I'm saying? I probably now anybody else, I didn't care. Like I didn't care for them. I wasn't loyal to them, but to him, I would give him the heads up so that he would know he needs to replace me. Like he needs to find another person. Like that's where my loyalty lies with him. It's like, hey, listen, I'm gonna give you the heads up. I'm about to split because I don't want to put you in a bad spot. But anybody else, I'm like, fuck on it.
Dude, that's that old school mentality. Like my boss was telling me the other day, yeah, I've been with the company for 12 years. I'm like, why? The fuck for 12 for what?
Yeah, that's something. What's going on there?
That's old school shit. Yeah, most people stay at a job 2 years tops, 2-3 years tops, and they move on to something else. Because we are all a cog in a fucking wheel. If I die tomorrow, my job will replace me tomorrow.
I didn't believe that until I saw that shit happen in
Yeah,
living
man.
color, yo. I had
I
a
see.
teacher passed, and the next week they had her drink filled.
Dude, the world has to keep going.
That's what I'm saying.
Didn't you say something?
That's
You
what
said
I
this, didn't you?
said. Yes, I
Didn't
said
you say
that.
this?
And
Yeah,
you
said
didn't
this.
agree at first.
Yeah. No, I didn't agree with the way the context that we were talking about. But when it comes to corporate America and situations where you're working
But
like
that's
mass job like that, the world goes on.
but that's life, period. And that was my point. And yes, it sounded doom and gloom, but that's exactly what happens. So Deontay, I don't know if you've seen the show Evil.
Mm-mm.
So there's a show called Evil, and there's a guy on there. There's a black guy on there.
Great show, by the way.
It is a great show. He's trying to become like a priest or like a pastor. He's trying to get into the church, right? But he said one of his biggest hangups is the idea of death. And he said, once I die, he said the saddest part is once I die, the world keeps moving without me. It doesn't pause. It doesn't do anything. People still go to work. The wind still blows. And it's as if I was never there at all. And he said, that's a huge hangup. And I was like, that sucks. That's trash. But damn, that's absolutely right. Like the people closest to you are going to pause. But at the end of the day,
world as a whole.
But at the end of the day, they still got bills to pay. They still got to continue living. So like, yes, they will keep you in their memory, but they're going to keep going. They have to continue living because that's the flow of life.
But that's a harsh reality to deal with. And the way you said it was like, hey,
stuck to you. He was like, how could this nigga be so?
I heard a comedian say, after heard a comedian say something. He said, you think you guys are amazing? Zoom out of the earth. You're in the middle. You're on a ball. Or you're on a rock in the middle of nothingness, and that nothingness is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So, like, what? Who are you? And if you look at it that way, that we're that insignificant for the overall grand scheme of things, not for the person, not for the people individually impacted by you. It kind of like hits you in the face sometimes. It's like, and I understand what he was saying, but I was like, fuck, what am I doing? And I think maybe we're in a place where we're just trying to figure out that again. I think we've gotten so smart now.
I just want to get to a
spot, and
so
dumb at the same time.
I just want to get to a spot in my life where I have my own day. You can't run away from a day. You just get so good and so successful at what you do that they give you your own day. You know how hard it is
to get a day?
I know. I don't want to stop at a street sign. I don't want there to be a serious avenue. Like it needs to be like, this is serious day.
You have to like
I don't want a day.
You have to save like a planet.
That's what I'm saying. No, if you save the planet, you
get a month.
A year. You should at least get a year.
Actually,
if you save the planet.
Really? When like, the last time
after December? There's no 2022. It's a 2020 serious. That's what it is, and that's your year.
Who's the last person to get a day? A whole day. A national federal holiday. Who's the last person to get a holiday?
Juneteenth.
That was the last day.
That was the last day. But a person. Who was the person?
Because we got Martin Luther King Day, so you have to do something on the scale of what he did or greater.
That's a federal holiday.
But niggas to take off work to recognize you
and get paid for it.
That's all it is. And guess what? We go to the cookout. I don't do a goddamn thing that got
but still, but
because I don't want a day.
Because it's his day, you're allowed to go to that cookout on a Monday. You couldn't do that before. You'd be working any other time. You couldn't do that before. And that's a big enough impact.
That's a lot of shit. But you gotta do a lot of shit to get a day. You think about a day, a whole day.
How do you get a day? That's a good question.
And do you have to die to get that day?
I would think you'd have to die. I don't think you'd be alive and have a day.
Do you have to die early to get that day? Like do something really big and then die in the middle of that really big thing?
Martin Luther King was young when he died. He was only how old was Martin Luther King died? What, in his 35, something like that? He wasn't old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't an old man. He looked old because of the stress he was under, but he wasn't an old man. Malcolm X wasn't an old man when he died either. He don't got a day.
You don't got a day, man. Prince don't got a day. Michael Jackson don't got a day.
Michael Jackson should definitely have a day.
He should have a day.
Like,
especially in America, like
he should definitely have a day.
That's like
he probably does, and we don't know.
You know why? You know he's not gonna have a day Because of them kids.
Because of them goddamn kids, man.
Because of them kids.
Lying ass kids.
And Prince is not going to have a day because of his assless chaps.
August 29th is National Michael Jackson Day.
Holy shit. You are a
You
liar.
gotta do it.
You are a liar.
No.
What?
When I say,
Wait.
wait. When I say a day, I mean you're not working that day. It's a federal holiday. They're doing documentaries about you all day long on TV. You want to hear your laugh.
Oh no, they're not gonna get. I don't think they're gonna get that out again.
Nah.
I think if Superman touches down on this joint and then he gets shot with kryptonite, then maybe.
This was a petition. This isn't started this petition. Yeah, I don't think this went through. They started the petition and they wanted it to go through, but I don't think
that's
it
a good
actually
question.
went through.
How do you get a day? Because you gotta think they turned Martin Luther King into this like holier than thou symbol.
He's a symbol.
Yeah.
He's a symbol of.
He's a symbol because they don't really talk about who he is later on in life. They didn't say that he wasn't just about equal rights. He was about poor people also. He didn't talk about he was in the war in Vietnam. He's against that. There's a lot of shit they don't talk about in school. They're like, oh, he had a speech, and that was it. Then they say, well, especially the supremacists of the country to say, well, he said judge people in context of their character. They don't let you finish the whole entire thing. They don't say the whole dream speech. Don't tell you everything he said. That I Have a Dream speech was not even supposed to be like that. It was a lot of things they don't tell you in the history books.
So do they have to lie about your truth?
Yes.
In order for you to get a day?
Yeah, they got to lie about the truth. They got to whitewash the truth.
I didn't find out that he was like an adulterer until a few years ago.
Until you were an adult, right?
Yeah. I just finished reading the book, the autobiography of Malcolm X. I didn't realize Malcolm X was going to go to the UN and bring the United States on charges of human abuse because of the way they treated Black people. I didn't realize they don't talk about that shit, what he was doing. They don't talk about all that shit. And all you know about Malcolm X is X. And by the way, that movie is really good. Read the book, then watch the movie again. Did a really good job. Left out a few things, but did a really good job.
You talking about the Spike Lee Malcolm X?
That book is like this thick.
What?
Like the book, like these are the pages. Like that novel is like this thick.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be reading a book that thick ever in my life.
Wow.
It's an audio book, dude.
Yeah, man.
How many hours of audio book is that?
If you speed it up, you'll be all right.
It's an 18-hour audio book.
18 hours. I don't know. Maybe one day.
What I'm saying to you is that
time.
It's a day. It's a fucking day.
It's a long ass time.
Like, no, bro. Like, it's a day, but like, I'm not gonna be listening to that John all day for 18 hours straight. But I would come out as a super Muslim if I did that. Boy,
actually, you wouldn't come out as a Nation of Islam Muslim. You'd probably come out more of a Islam as in Middle East, and even then, you'd be like, it's kind of like
I know.
Super
I knew exactly what you were talking about.
With a super bean, where you come out with a super bean pie
and a super beard.
Oh, shit.
And a super bearded out.
And a super suit on South Capitol Street.
What?
And a super suit, a super striped suit.
Sharp ass suit, Fruit of Islam suit, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess with me.
Hey, I know this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Fucking Bills just ran it up 42-14 on Washington. God damn.
Wow.
I turned this shit off. I was watching it in the corner. I was watching in the corner. I was like, Jesus. I turned it off. You see me go like this? I was like, fuck that. I don't feel well to this. I don't deal with that abuse. Oh my God, it's terrible.
Oh my God. Okay, moving on.
So what I'm saying about the getting a day, I don't think, like you said, I don't think nobody's gonna get a day again. Nobody's doing nothing that great to get a day. Everybody's playing the middle of the road. We don't have any radicals. There are no radicals right now.
Gotta be radical.
Even Barack Obama wasn't a radical. You got to be a radical to get a day.
Barack should get a day though, because he was the first Black president. So like, you should give.
No, that's arguable though. They said he wasn't the first Black, like the first president.
John Hanson was the first Black president. John Hanson was the first Black president of the United States.
Because his daddy was Black?
No, because he was Black.
Well, United
Look this
States.
shit.
You talking about United States after George Washington? United States.
Do you
Before
want
George
United?
Washington.
Oh, I'm not
Before
talking. I'm not
George
talking.
Washington,
I'm
John
talking.
Hanson.
I'm talking about what America recognizes. America don't recognize no.
Why would you talk
goddamn
about what America
John
recognizes?
Hanson.
When have we ever given a fuck about
Because
that?
America, we was just talking about Martin Luther King
Whoa,
Day,
whoa,
and
whoa,
they
whoa, 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 stop yelling,
recognize
stop yelling,
and
stop
they
yelling, stop yelling,
recognize
stop yelling.
Martin Luther King. God damn it!
All aggression. All aggression. All aggression. The Black
That's
Files
what I'm
podcast
talking
is
about.
not brought to you by me. It's way too much aggression right now going
We're gonna
on.
get a day that this country recognizes. Damn it, they don't
You're
recognize
not gonna get a day.
John Hanson.
You're not gonna get a day.
That's
You're not
exactly
gonna get
the
a
type
day
of
unless you
naysaying
own-
shit that I need to fuel
Nah.
the fire.
Who is
to
getting a
get me
day?
You know where you
Exactly
gonna get
what
a
I
day?
need.
You can get a day at the motherfucking Baz and Crew or some shit. They can call it Serious Saturdays or some shit.
Serious Saturdays. That's a club. That's his club. That's a club. That's
Yeah,
Serious
that's
Saturdays.
where you could get a day at.
They're gonna
At
give you
your
2 for
local-
$5 on chicken
your local
wings
titty
and
bar.
I just
Yeah.
need all right. So closest thing I could probably get to that. Then I just need the most powerful company on the planet to recognize me. Google. I just need Amazon. I need Amazon to recognize me as a person. I don't need a day. I need Jeff Bezos to be like,
Answer.
serious, he exists. Like, holy shit. Jeff Bezos knows my name. I think I'll be
Your
good.
followers gonna go up.
I think I'll be good after
Oh,
that. Like that dude knew my name.
Do you think Amazon's gonna take over the world?
Has it not already?
No, I mean, look at follow me on this one. Amazon's probably connected to more people across the world than Google. Yeah, see how I did that?
Yeah.
Another left turn.
Yeah, I see.
You know, this one's on the line because we're talking about Amazon. So hey.
Oh, so I
no,
built the
there was
bridge
a segue.
that
There
you
was a
that you
segue.
that you turned
Yeah.
on. Okay, all right, go. for it.
Exactly. What I'm saying is Amazon's connected to basically everybody. They know your address, know all that shit. You can get anything on Amazon right now. Will Amazon eventually take away the Macy's, the Sears, and all that shit, and get rid of all that shit?
They have, haven't they?
I think they,
Now,
I think
Which
they
else
have
is
to
closing
agree.
down?
Yeah, what I'm saying is you think they will be the primary resource to get stuff in the next 5 years, where they're gonna shut everything else down and everybody has to go through Amazon.
No, because they gotta leave some stuff open so that they don't,
Yeah.
unless
They
they
can't-
abolish
they can't create a monopoly.
unless they abolish the monopoly law, they'd have to leave some stuff open.
Because I thought about it, I'm like, man, I can get anything on Amazon. I literally
But
looked it
the
up. I can
thing
get anything.
is, does Jeff Bezos has enough money to abolish the monopoly law?
Hmm.
Which I think he does.
Well, Jeff Bezos is not going to space. He doesn't give a fuck about Amazon anymore. Yeah, y'all are running this shit. I got my money. I'm going to space.
He already
Which I
went.
don't know why.
He went and came back, right?
Yeah, but he's going to keep trying to go. They're on him and Elon Musk want to go to Mars.
What the
Like
fuck?
to live.
What the fuck is in Mars, man? Like we just really.
Dude, I don't know. Me personally, I've seen the Mars rover. I followed them on Instagram, NASA on Instagram. There's nothing there.
I didn't think anybody. I didn't even think there was water on Mars. Is there water on Mars now? Everyone got to stop
No.
buying shit from Amazon. Let's say fuck
That's
it
the only
because
reason.
next day delivery, fam. Hey, but how do we say
That's true.
crap mo? How do I say fuck it to next day delivery, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
it's really hard to say fuck
It's
it to
hard when-
next day delivery.
I mean, how do you
And-
say no? You know what? I'm gonna buy all black companies. How long is it shipping? 2 weeks.
2
Nah,
fucking
you know-
weeks.
You know
2
what it
weeks?
is? You
I
know
could be
what it
dead in
is,
2
man?
weeks. I gotta wait for a
It's-
package. Oh,
Dang,
next day.
I went to shave my head and I was like, damn, I'm running out of alcohol. Quickly pulled out my phone, put it in the cart for Amazon. And then on payday, I just pressed the button and everything that I've needed. just
It's
shows
right
up at my
there.
door.
but that's fact because I did that. I did that. I did that on Friday. I was like, I had my cart full. I got paid. Bip, send. It'll be here in like 20 minutes. I'm like, shit, I can't get mad at that.
We need to stop
I
being
mean,
so
we-
impatient. I mean, listen, it's
we
hard. It's
definitely
hard to
do.
argue
It's
with
hard.
convenience, Mo. It's
Yeah, it really is.
very
It
hard
really
to
is.
argue with
Now-
convenience.
It's really hard.
Now, where I will go with you, Mo, is I cannot fuck with that DoorDash shit, man. I feel like that's just a level of luxury and pristine. Like I can't.
Having your food
like,
delivered to you.
Yeah, man. There's
By
something,
regular
there's
people?
something weird about that. Like, something,
I ain't gonna
I
lie to
can't
you.
do it, yo.
I ain't gonna lie to you. During the quarantine, can't. I don't even look at my DoorDash receipts because I'm gonna tell you what. DoorDash is a friend in need. Because when you like, man, I don't feel like leaving the house. I don't feel like dealing with COVID people. I don't feel like cooking. It's 5:00. What can I get here in 45 minutes? I want tacos. Boom.
It's
Tacos.
hard to argue with convenience.
It really is. It really is. That's why you got food trucks.
But
Coming
that's
soon.
that's how you get. That's
I
how
get
you make. I mean, that's not how you make money, but that's how you become a necessary part of society. How is it that you can make people's lives easier, shorter,
Man,
faster,
and that's
more
what we're doing.
convenient, and people will pay for that in droves if they
That's
don't
the
have to do
evolution.
such and such. If you can
Yeah.
cut that middleman out, cut that middle time out, make it shorter, make it faster, people will pay for that.
That's the evolution of business.
If they got the money, I'm talking about the motherfuckers that'll goddamn.
The world
order
is
Cold
corrupt. Hey man,
Stone
at least it's convenient.
on-
Mo,
Hey,
listen,
hey, you
listen,
gonna
bro.
cut me off? You gonna cut me off?
I was
Serious?
I was
Goddamn.
reading
right in the
Mo's
middle of the
comment.
fucking
I
thought.
was reading
Shit.
Mo's comment, and Mo is absolutely right. Oh, was he reading his comments? I was reading Mo's comment. Mo is absolutely right. But what are you gonna do? What are you like? The three of us could say, "Man, you're right, man. We going on an Amazon strike." The world is still going through it, and we the only three that's losing.
Right. That's it. At the end of the day, we more loyal to ourselves than anything, or you should be. And it's like, hey man, they
Like,
might be
hey,
they
man.
might be sponsored by the KKK, but shit, man.
But shit, them
Shit gonna
tacos
be here
taste
tomorrow.
great when they get here in
Like,
15 minutes.
I'm gonna hate it every time I press the button. I promise
Every
you,
time.
I will. I'm gonna
Every
hate
time.
it, yo. But
Jeff
But
Bezos
I-
might be a
but
stone
I'm
cold
gonna
racist and
win.
say nigga on a regular basis.
I'm always gonna win by not having to
Man,
leave the house.
that's a good point. I mean, because what if Jeff Bezos turned into like a stone cold racist, say nigga every 5 seconds in his office?
Here's the thing about that,
And-
right?
and
You
live
can say
stream
niggas all
And
you say niggas
live
all-
stream.
and live stream it, like, damn. These
Them
shoes
shoes,
are
nah,
made by
them
children in
shoes.
slave conditions. Hey, but these hoes are clean
Nah,
though.
Now I will say this though. I try to buy as many black owned
People
like
will still buy.
clothing.
I will do
and
that.
Constant things
Yes,
as I
yes.
can. So
Yes,
I
I will
currently
do that.
have a pair of Munyatis, which are made by Masterpiece. Masterpiece, right? But them
What,
shits
shoes?
are damn near $300. Yeah.
But that's the thing too. Like black businesses black businesses are trying to compete with everybody else. So of course their price is gonna be in line. But you're like, wait a minute. If I could get the same product from Amazon and it takes 2 weeks from you and I get from Amazon tomorrow,
Same price. I paid $300, but they can get it to me tomorrow, as opposed to me waiting 2 weeks for you.
Right.
I want to wear these bitches now. It's hard.
But I also
man.
but
They'll be here in
also,
the morning.
But I also think what's happening now is that people are getting away from name brand shit, clothing and stuff like that. I think we're getting away from that shit. I think people are making their own clothes. People are designing their own clothes, wearing their own shit. Only thing that we still do is sneakers. We still do sneakers. And I'm trying to figure out when did sneakers become that like elite thing where it's like, if I have these sneakers, I'm doing well.
I think it
So
was
I just
Jordans.
realized I just realized
it's Jordans, but it's not like
no, I'm not talking about the actual name brand. I'm talking about when you have a lot of. I just realized I have 6 pair of sneakers. I never had 6 pair of sneakers at one time my whole life. Right? I'm like, damn, I'm doing pretty well. I'm like, why the fuck? I have a house. Why the hell I said good about the house? But I got 6 pair of sneakers. I'm okay.
You got something to match with your different outfits.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about what the sneaker represents. I'm saying that
What does it
I say I
represent
have
for you?
Yeah, what does it represent to you?
I was saying to myself, why does it seem like because I have 6 pair of sneakers, I'm successful? I own a house. That should make me successful.
That's just
But I
that's your
didn't-
crazy ass thinking. I would have never. Who's
I
judging
would've thought that
success
shit.
by their
Oh, you
don't
by
even
the
have 6
amount
pair
of
of sneakers.
sneakers they have, bro? Like what?
In the UK, it's all about some Italian sneakers, Balenciagas, for example.
So that's what
listen.
the Munyatis are Italian. They're Italian made sneakers. That's one of the reasons
I have a limit what I'm gonna pay for my sneakers. I won't go above $100.
So
That's
how
Oh,
is it?
you got them dad sneakers, nigga.
No, bro,
you got
'cause
real. No, you
the-
got tennis shoes.
the
nigga.
you got tennis
I
shoes.
got-
The judgment is about to pour in. So he said,
Oh yeah,
man,
it's
Go
coming.
ahead, I
I
give a
got-
shit.
Oh,
Listen,
I got
Look,
6
look.
pair of sneakers right here. I'm doing really well
Look.
for myself.
No,
He's
no,
looking
listen.
at $600 on the floor right now.
No,
you
but
talking
look,
about
think
going
about
to
it.
rack room shoes.
I'm doing
No,
really
because
well.
think about it. Look at I always the only sneakers I wear are New Balance, right? The New Balance are comfortable, right? So the most expensive New Balance I've ever paid for is like $125, right? That's the most expensive. Most of New Balance, the ones I wear, about $85, but they clean, right? I don't see how you can spend more than $100 for a pair of sneakers. That's a lot of money for
I don't
For sure,
Have
you
you
feet.
ever have you ever put your feet in a pair of $200 shoes before?
I never will. I never will. That's myself.
And you ain't walking. I'm telling you, man. There are some shoes out there.
He said
you
you
ain't
ain't
walking.
walking. You ain't walking, yo.
You ain't walking. You ain't
I
walking.
put my feet in a pair of shoes one time, and it just felt like the heavens opened up and ascended, and I was just walking on clouds. And they were a little bit more expensive, but I'm on the principle at
can't
this
do it.
point. It's like you get what you pay for.
I mean,
You
that's
going-
true.
that is
You
true
do-
also.
you do
That's
get what
true.
you pay.
That's true. That's true. But New Balance has always been a good student to me. Not the white dad New Balance. I'm talking about the ones DMV wear, the gray joints.
Oh, the gray joints.
Yeah. You know, I'm not
Um,
talking, but I don't think I can pay that much for a sneaker. I mean, that's like
I'm still,
$300 for a sneaker.
I'm still judging the mindset of this. So not only is he looking at $600 on the floor, he's looking at $600 New Balances on the floor. He's like,
Oh, wait.
man, I made it.
Here's the question. Here's the question. What size you wear, Adrian?
9.5.
Come
That
on,
ain't.
man.
It's not even. It's not even a big enough size to alter the price. You're still
Yeah.
a regular shoe size.
I wear 13 to 14.
I wear
yo.
13 and a half. I would have to pay
See?
extra for the same shoe that you have just because
That's
it's
more
a bigger
material.
size.
But you got more material to work with. I don't need that. I'm short.
I got a
don't
pair
give
of
fuck.
KDs
you know
from
what I
140
wanna do?
together. That's pretty damn.
That is.
That's pretty
See?
good.
Be frugal.
But those are KDs though. We're wearing New Balances.
Who the fuck is KDs? What does KDs do? Will I jump higher? Will I run faster? Will
Maybe.
it make me a better?
Maybe.
No, it won't. Get the fuck out of here.
KD
Come
is
on.
a hooper.
Maybe.
Those are hooping
Nigga,
shoes.
I'm 5'5". I'm not dunking.
KD
okay?
probably
I put
can't do.
KDs on.
KD probably can't do what he can do wearing a pair of your New Balances.
I bet he could.
He gotta wear some hooping shoes.
I bet you he,
so
I
he
bet
can
you
do what he
could.
needs to do.
I bet you he would score 30, do a 30 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds. I guarantee it.
In the
New Balance.
992s.
That's right. You know what I'm saying 885. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, man. I just can't do it. That's just too much for me. I'd rather pay for like technology than for footwear.
No, I'm definitely a quality of life type person. So my clothes are definitely a lot. He said no, he can't. No, he
Yeah,
can't.
right, you can't.
Kawhi got shoes through New Balance, and that nigga always hurt. See, because they make a difference. They make a difference. The shoes make a difference. No, but the stuff that I wear, my clothes and my shoes, is always cheaper than stuff I have in the house around me. So
Absolutely.
I'm a quality of life type of person. When I come home, I want to be surrounded by shit that I want.
That's what I'm
I
talking
want to be
about.
surrounded by.
Like the most expensive thing in my closet is I got a tailored suit because I thought, you know what, I want to get a tailored suit that fits me correctly. That's the most expensive thing in my closet. Other than that, I'm wearing Wranglers. I don't give a shit,
Nice.
and they fit well.
Tailor suit.
And they fit well. That was a gift to myself. I'm like, you know what?
I'm still off the rack, baby. I can't even. I still
Oh, nah,
at this
bro,
point.
nah,
At
nigga.
this point, I gotta rent shit. I don't even have
Nigga, you
shit.
in your
off
30s,
the
man. You're
rack.
supposed to have a suit.
Suit,
one.
but where am
You
I
wore it once, though.
going? Where am I going with a?
That's the only thing.
suit?
I don't go nowhere like I used to, especially with the fucking pandemic. I bought the suit before the pandemic. In the pandemic, I don't go fucking nowhere now. I don't go anywhere.
I outgrew my
I might go out to
shit.
eat
I mean,
someplace.
yeah,
I don't like do shit.
Shirt and slacks.
Nigga, I'm in the house. I'm talking to you right now on my hobby. That's okay. I'm gonna get off with y'all play some video games on my hobby. That's what
Nah, yeah, we need to wear suits one day for the podcast then.
Suits.
y'all wearing suits to the podcast for no reason at all.
Yeah, man, fuck it. Like,
When,
just
when
wear
we do it
suits.
live, look. When we do it live, our 50th episode, we'll all wear suits.
I bet.
We'll do it like that.
Y'all not about to embarrass me. I'm aware of what I wear. Damn.
Boo.
I'm going
Boo.
off, and I'm going off the rack. I'm gonna be in Men's Warehouse like, huh?
Nah,
yes.
nigga, you gonna be a K&G.
Let
Don't
me-
even tell that lie.
Hey,
look at
nothing
that
wrong
one
with Men's
right-
Warehouse. What's
look
wrong
at
with
that
you?
one right there.
That's where I got the suit from. I got it from Men's Warehouse. That's where I got the suit from.
Men's Warehouse is
tailored
just
to you.
commercial, man. You gotta go to Joseph
Yeah.
A. Bank, man.
Oh, Phenom with the Prime subscribe. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
You subscribe
It
for
means
8 months.
means Jeff Bezos is paying me money because Phenom subscribes.
He ain't paying you shit, man.
Knows my name. I've made it already.
Okay.
Didn't have to do
Okay.
shit. He knows my name. He's writing me checks already, boy. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. I'm making a sharp turn. This is actually a sharp turn. No segue. No nothing.
Go ahead.
Is there a right way to cheat in a relationship?
What the fuck?
Is there a right way to cheat?
Yeah.
I'm not in this conversation. I'm
Yeah.
good. Y'all go ahead.
Come on, man. Don't be
It's
scared.
called- it's
Hypo-
called-
where's
It's
your
called telling the truth.
is your wife
That's the
behind
right way
the
to cheat.
curtain?
Tell
What's
the
going
truth.
on? Is there a right way to
You're not
cheat?
getting me in trouble.
Is
Fuck
there a
that.
right
No,
way to
I'm,
cheat?
I'm happy. I have a happy home.
Uh-oh,
Go ahead. I'm a happy home.
nah.
Go for it.
Is there a right way to slap your mama?
But to slap your mom. See? Exactly.
For
Exactly.
$1 million, that's
Whoa,
the right way.
not the price that it would take for you to slap your mom. Jesus.
Yeah,
there a
that's
right
the right
way?
way to do it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she would get slapped. If she knew that you was going to make $1 million to slap her,
Yeah.
your mom would take the slap.
Oh yeah.
I don't know any mom who
Exactly.
wouldn't take the
Motherfucker.
slap.
Yeah.
slap my mother for $1 million.
Like,
Oh.
let's be honest
slap
here.
my mother for $1 million.
At the core of majority of people, I'd say not all, but most people can be bought.
I'd slap my mom for $1 million. I'd slap her first and then tell her that I made $1 million.
And see,
Like, what if you had to do that?
Mo's
Like, what
making
if,
a very-
what if you had to slap him and it's like you couldn't tell him why you were slapping him, but you just had to slap him first? But
you know how
afterwards,
fucked up that would be?
Mom, it was $1 million.
Right,
It was $1
mother
million.
Right,
We
right,
just made
right.
$1 million.
My
Look,
father
look
beat
at my
my
account.
ass.
Look at
My-
my
my
account.
brothers.
Everybody,
gotta
hold
just run
on.
up to your mother and slap her
Everybody,
and don't
hold
say
on. Time
nothing.
out. Look at the account.
Nah, I'm good. Nah, I like life. See, like that's what I'm saying. Again, cheating. What happens when you cheat? The reason why you're cheating is either two reasons. One, you're unhappy in the situation when you are, and you're like, you're too lazy to get out. Two, you need post-nut clarity. Okay.
Well, all right.
Go
back to the
PNC.
Okay. Listen.
The PNC Bank has opened.
Listen.
I'm telling you.
Let me make
It's a
this
thing.
let me make this clear.
It's
Let me
a
add
thing.
the disclaimer. Okay, cheating is bad. Cheating in a relationship is wrong. Cheating other people out of goods or in school, all of that is wrong. All right. Now that that's on the table. The reason why I
Unless you
asked
can
this
get away with it.
the reason why I asked this question is because a female, no less, said that there is a right way to cheat. She said
I want to hear this.
she said that if you cheat, one, you make sure that the other person doesn't know or never finds out. You don't get
Okay.
pregnant and you don't bring any type of STDs home to you.
So this whore is fucking without a condom.
So I mean,
Whoa,
what,
whoa.
just
wait.
just-
She became a whore because she's cheating. Is
Yes,
that
and you do it without a condom. That means you don't give a fuck about me or you.
you can get ST. What is it? It's the kissing disease. What's the kissing disease?
mono?
Mono?
Mono. You can get mono. That you don't.
Nigga, I'm
she
talking
could
about
be-
AIDS.
That's what I'm
talking
saying.
about-
I
I'm
mean,
talking about gonorrhea. I'm talking about
STDs are STDs, man. That's my point.
I-
So she
Nope,
said
I'm
there's
good.
there's a right way to cheat. Do y'all agree with that?
she has daddy issues. She needs a hug and a role model. There's
Yeah,
no right way to
I
cheat.
agree with that. But I do believe there's a right way to cheat. Right way to cheat is
I want to hear this.
tell the truth.
If you cheat,
that's not
pay
cheating.
a hoe $100+, so you'll never have to worry about getting caught. I know.
No,
that's
that's
talking about the-
ridiculous. If I
That's-
can buy your loyalty for $100, I don't want that.
I
shit.
mean, well,
No,
if they're a prostitute, no.
You're buying.
It's
The
a
reason why
business
you pay people for
transaction.
sex. But you know what they said. The reason why you pay people for sex is paying them to leave and keep their mouth shut.
Yeah,
You're
that's
not paying
why,
them for
yeah.
anything else.
Yeah.
You paying them to leave. All right, bye. You can go now.
You're
I'm done
paying
with you.
them to have sex with
And-
you. If
and-
that money
and I
wasn't
should- and I
involved,
should
you wouldn't
never
have
see
the
you again.
sex for them to not
Yeah, I
say
should never see you
anything
again.
about.
I don't ever want
Nah.
to see you again.
No, the
I'm good.
the promise of money gets them in the door. Like, hey, listen,
Yeah.
I'm paying. I will pay you for this, but I'm paying you to
Just shut
leave
the fuck
this
up.
at the door.
Yeah.
That's why I'm paying you.
That's what you're getting paid for. Shut the fuck up. That's what I want you to pay for. But other than that, no. That's the only way to do it. But other than that, somebody's gonna pay in a cheating scenario, especially now that everybody's armed too. I wouldn't cheat in Texas. Everybody's got a gun. You get fucked up.
I wouldn't go to Texas. I wouldn't do a lot of stuff. Texas.
Yeah. You're pregnant.
No,
Yeah.
man. No, yeah.
Get
No,
pregnant in Texas.
everybody's got it. What he said. Everybody's got a gun. I don't trust. I don't even know if I trust niggas from Texas. Like, it's.
Thank you.
I be looking.
I'm
I
not
be
the only one.
I be looking at my girl sideways because she's from Florida,
Yes.
bringing that
Oh,
Yes.
crazy Florida shit
Yes.
up here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't trust nobody from Texas or Florida. I'm sorry. Nope.
Oh,
And you
man,
still live
those-
there?
Y'all built different.
Completely different. Y'all suicidal. Y'all
Built different. But
y'all
I mean,
y'all don't give a fuck. But anyway, what you're saying, I don't think there's a proper way. There's no right way to cheat. You cheat, you're cheating. But if you get post nut clarity, you ain't cheating. You bust that nut off, you're not gonna go cheat.
I don't think that's true, and I think niggas just ain't got no dick control. Like, and you get the opportunity to get some new cheeks, and it's like, oh my god, I gotta seize this chance. It's like, if
Post
you
nut
actually
clarity.
loved yourself, you wouldn't do that shit. So
I
I say
I agree
cheating
with,
is just
I agree with Turn Up. Like, for you, Adrian, post nut clarity might work, but if you're like a stand up dude, just saying no would suffice.
Well,
That should be
saying
able
no,
for you to still have blood coursing through your genitals, and someone comes up to you like, "Hey, you want these cheeks?" Just be like, "Ah, man, I'm good, man. I got a lot to learn. I got a lot to lose out here. I'm straight." You like, nah, man, that gyms need to be empty for me to say no.
No, I'm not. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. Okay, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that would help.
Help make this decision a whole
That
lot
would-
easier.
right.
That would help clarify things. All I'm saying.
Hey,
Well,
but
little
look,
clarity, no
here's the thing: you gonna get the post nut clarity whether you do it or not. Like, she might help you get the post nut clarity. What if she helps?
Nah, man, I'm good. But half the time, the cheating's not even worth it.
Here's a
honestly,
question. What would you consider cheating?
Oh, I
Would you
forgot.
would you
And
consider
and-
a hand job cheating?
Yes,
Yes.
And she said you can't fuck up either.
What do you mean?
That's part of the rules. Like, that was so. Don't bring nothing home. Don't get pregnant. Don't let your partner know, and you can't fuck up.
Fuck up as in what?
Like,
You can't do.
you
gotta
can't
wash the
upgrade.
dishes.
You can't upgrade.
Oh,
You
can't
gotta
fuck up.
fuck. You gotta fuck on the level of your partner or below. Well, no,
Oh,
you gotta
not-
fuck
oh,
on the
no,
level.
no,
Never go
no,
lower.
no,
Never go
no, you
lower.
gotta fuck-
Always fuck
Now, if
on
you're
the
gonna-
level.
No, if
If
you
you're
cheat
gonna
on me, you
cheat,
better
you
cheat
gotta
up.
go up.
No,
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
no.
you-
Now that's
I would piss
that's
off. Fuck
that's
that.
true. But so she said the thing is, if let's say she finds out, which you've already broken a rule, so you're not cheating good anyway. But so say she finds out, then she finds out that you fucked up. Now she's feeling all these insecurities because she thought you loved her, but now
That's her problem. That's her problem.
Exactly.
That's
Why
her
would I-
problem,
but
yo.
if
but that
if
that's
I fuck a,
but you see, so you're hurting her one way by being disloyal, and then now you are now fucking with her insecurities even worse. I mean, you're like doubly fucking her up.
well, what if I fuck a girl that looks like a wildebeest? Didn't that matter? And she be mad
That's
at me
gonna
that
fuck
too?
her
Like,
up too. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's gonna be just
No,
as
no,
bad.
no. That's bad on you because now you'll just fuck anything.
But if I
And
just
that-
fuck anything,
and that you're
wouldn't she be mad at me just fucking anything?
no. That's you'll just fuck anything. So that's bad on you. If you fuck up, it's because it might be because something that she did or a way that she looks or whatever.
If I
But
fuck
if you
down,
fuck
it's because
down,
of something
but-
she's not doing.
But if
or
you fuck down, then
doesn't.
it's just like so you'll just drop your draws for
You a
any
dirty
other bitch
dick.
out here, right?
Ew.
That's
Dirty
right.
dick.
That's
Ew.
that's what you are. She won't say
Nah.
that about the one that's up because
I'll
just
put
like
this- I'll
oh
put it this
damn,
way.
she'll say oh damn,
wife-
that's what you like. Am I not good enough? So she'll start to blame herself if you go up, but if you go down, you're like oh You a dirty.
And you see
dick
how
ass
sick
nigga.
that
You'll
is?
just
You
fuck
see how
anything.
twisted that is?
But it'll hurt their ego if you fuck up. But like, say if my wife said, "Listen, I fuck Ryan Reynolds," I'd be like, "Well,
It's Ryan Reynolds.
it's Ryan
Oh,
Reynolds."
fuck no. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
If I was like, "Listen, I fuck Shamar Moore," well, it's Shamar Moore. I really can't. But
Wait a minute. You were in the same room with Shamar Moore?
it's like I fuck Drake. Well, it's Drake. I mean,
When the fuck were you in the same room as Drake? Was I in the same room as Drake too? When did you
them
guys
Florida,
meet?
Florida trips. The Florida. I'm going to Florida the
Right.
weekend. I'm going to Miami.
Right.
Like a certain
Yeah,
level
no.
of celebrity, certain level of like good looking. You're like, listen, all right, I understand.
Oh, fuck no,
Nah,
man.
I
That's
wouldn't- I
some
wouldn't- I
simp
wouldn't-
shit you
I wouldn't-
talking about,
Yeah, I
man.
wouldn't go
Fuck
that
that,
route,
yo.
bro. I wouldn't go
Oh,
that route.
fuck that, bro.
Nah.
Oh,
You
he
ain't-
played for the
Nah.
Ravens.
You ain't shit. Your mama ain't
Nah,
shit. Your whole
oh, hell
So
family
no.
ain't
what? I'm
shit.
gonna go. Oh
You-
yeah, I fucked. Oh, my wife. I fucked Lamar Jackson. I'm gonna whip Lamar Jackson's ass.
Nah,
Really?
You got the high ground to now do whatever it is that you want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta,
now
you
the
gotta
ball
be like
is
Lawrence and Insecure.
The ball is completely in your court.
Go get that joint from Best
That's a good
Buy.
question. Would you, if your girl fucks celebrity, would you forgive her?
Fuck no.
A celebrity, like a real celebrity, like somebody you're a fan of.
And then you want to come back to fucking me?
So
Nah,
now
hell no.
I'll never be that good. I'll never live up to that. You're gonna come back to me and now you disappointed. You was good before, but now look at you.
I'm gonna
Now
call,
you all
Lamar.
disappointed and
I'm
shit.
gonna call Lamar.
You got flued out. Fuck this nigga.
That's an ego.
And
That's
you
an
catching
ego
the
blow.
bus to come fuck me. Nah, yo. Nah,
That's
yo.
an ego blow. That's an ego blow.
Fucking just
Justin
get
Tucker.
so Ravens to beat.
Oh,
Man, they
Lord.
got the Lions play tough. Still losing.
Yeah,
They
well.
play tough.
Yeah, well.
But
But I'm saying, would you? I don't know. I mean, personally, I got 13 years in, 4 kids. If she fucking celebrity, and celebrity is like a real celebrity, I like a real
man,
celebrity.
it's you still too
I have to think
young.
about that.
You still too young, bro.
But Adrian already said he would stay with his wife if she
I ain't
was
going
a
nowhere.
neighborhood nigga. He
Nah.
already said that.
What is the circumstances? Because if I cheat on her, then it's my fault.
She said.
gotta know what the circumstances
She
are.
said
It's
that
not
he's-
cheating
he's-
as long as you're honest.
what?
It's
As
not
long as you're
cheating.
honest.
What?
Yes. If you're honest about it, it's not cheating.
So if you do it and then you tell them, it's not cheating.
It's okay.
No, you tell them and then you do it. It's just like the
Now I'm with that. Hey,
it's just like the rules. Like
hey, listen,
tell
baby.
them
How does
what
that
you're gonna
work?
Tell
Hey,
them,
hey, listen, baby.
tell them, and
Rihanna
then you
just
tell them what you told them.
Okay.
Rihanna just walked in the door and she throwing the ass at me. No. Okay, listen. All right, before you just say no, I'm never going to get this chance ever again.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Look,
I do.
This
I have
could be
one. I have
profitable
my
for
whole
all
family.
of us.
you give me this one, I'll let you have one. Come on, man. Let
Hey,
me get this
Listen,
one.
if Janet Jackson walk in the room, I have to make some conversations. I have to make some decisions. How much child support am I willing to pay? It's Janet
And see,
Jackson now.
and here's a question. Are we monogamous or do we just choose to settle?
We're monogamous.
Gonna settle for
I'm
something
saying
that might
because-
never come.
that's this motherfucker's a son.
No, I'm saying, but like how long are you gonna like just gonna keep hoping for something to come that might never come? Like,
Yeah, but if you
you
don't,
find what makes
if you
you
don't
happy
get
and
it,
you-
it's
and you
like
stick
it's
with it.
kind of like, all right, I would keep hoping for something that may or may not come, but
That's how you end up
I mean-
a cat person.
I don't get that shit. But here you go.
That's how you end up a cat person, man. You find somebody that you like, what you like about that person, how you like that person, and then you get with that person, man. Stay faithful to that person. Now the thing is, if you were to say, are we just settling? That means when the next best thing comes along, you're just gonna leave that person and jump on that wagon. It's like, yeah,
means something wrong with them.
then you're settling. That means you're
Yeah.
settling. But if you are a genuine monogamous person, nah, you see what you like, go get what you like, you have what you like, and
But
you're satisfied.
It's
That's
too much
enough for you.
It's too much.
Okay.
It's too much work to have a bunch of women or a bunch of dudes. That's a lot of work, man. Fuck that.
See what you say?
I'm-
You
I-
said
I
you
agree,
said it's
it
a
is a
work
lot
to
of
have a
work.
bunch of dudes. Is that what you said?
What? Shut up.
Is that
Oh, wow.
that's what he said?
Wow.
I always said. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I figured you had some insight.
I don't know. You the one get you the one
Alright,
get
some
the
insight.
grinder invites. I mean, I
I'm
know.
just saying.
I mean, you're the one on grinder, not me. Just saying.
Hey, listen, man. That was one time live on the air, and then all of a sudden, he still ain't never
You're
hit
the-
me back. That's all I'm saying.
You mustn't do it for him.
To this day, I said, call me, never. Anyways, moving on. Y'all know how to bring up old hurt. Friends.
I mean, let me ask you a question. Okay, you know how women get the BBL, the butt shape and all that shit now,
Yeah.
right? At first, it was what? It was the boobs at first, back in like the 80s. I'm gonna get big boobs, right? Is that the 80s?
I guess.
Big boobs was the 80s.
Sure.
I don't
Heteros
know.
against
That was
Adrian.
like-
I know.
That was white
Hashtag,
people
bro.
shit up until like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, that was white people.
Yeah, like the big boobs thing. Then it was that's the BBLs. What's the next step? What's the next thing? I'm sure if you're, what's the next thing gonna do to their bodies?
The cumbrellas. The
I
cumbrellas.
fucking hate those I hate them things. Oh,
The cumbrella eyelashes.
fucking
the
stupid
joints
ass
that be like
eyelashes.
this.
Oh my,
Nobody who wants those. People want those.
What you mean?
women get those all the
Women wear
fucking
those
time.
all the time.
Oh,
Women follow
you
trends,
don't-
yo. What you mean? Women follow trends.
Big
So
time,
I've seen.
big time.
I saw one woman with the extensions, like the faux dreads down to beyond her butt, and I look around now. That's what all the women are doing. Long ass braids, cumbrellas,
Cellulite
long
implants.
long fingernails have always been a thing.
I hate long
Yeah.
fingernails too.
You know what? I asked one of my students.
Cellulite
like-
implants. We're already there with cellulite implants. We're there.
That's what the BBLs are.
yeah,
right?
that's what. Well, no, the BBLs are they take fat from one part of your body and inject it into another.
Yeah, cellulite implants.
Nah, they're not implants though. They're like say you got a big stomach, small butt. They take
Oh,
the
yeah,
fat
it's
from
not an
your
implant,
stomach
yeah.
and they put it into your butt.
I mean, is this penis enlargement surgery, Mo?
Areola,
Breast en-
areola enlargement surgery. Areola, isn't that's
Yeah.
that's the nipple, right?
What? No, that's
Who
the
wants a big
area
areola?
around the nipple.
Well, yeah. So why'd you say
Yeah.
penis?
Who wants a big?
No, I don't know what
You
it
can't-
is.
you
I
can't
can't
see
count the
it.
number of stars.
You can't see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you got stars on yours? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't see it.
Oh, my bad. I saw it on
Don't get it-
Streamlabs.
Nobody needs a dick enhancement. Nobody needs a fucking areola
Don't say
enhancement.
nobody. There's a lot of niggas out here that might
Yeah.
need that. Don't say nobody needs it. Niggas is out here suffering, not me.
Niggas are
and I
suffering,
am not a spokesperson for said people. I'm just saying I've heard stories.
Somebody, I think on the
You're right.
Breakfast Club, they were just talking about.
Yeah, I was about to say
somebody
that.
I was
Yeah,
talking about
the
a finger
finger
penis.
The finger
Yeah.
penises.
They was like, is it a pinky or a ring or something? Like, oh man,
Adrian looks confused. Yeah, there's people out there
Yeah,
with
with-
finger penises.
finger penis.
Like a guy
Yo,
called in. A guy called in and he said, "Yeah, I got a finger penis." And he was like, "All right, well, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Hey, don't apologize to me. Don't say sorry. I'm making it work." he said in order to please a woman, he's got
Till you
to
get cheated on.
he said he got to fuck like a jackrabbit. You can't have regular sex. You gotta really dig into that if you got a finger penis. How he makes. He said he been pleasing women since 97. 94,
97?
something like that. He said he been making it work. He ain't had a complaint.
because he doing something else. He's stimulating them emotionally.
Whatever you got to do to make it work, man.
Obviously.
Whatever you got to do to
Because-
make it work.
Uh-oh. Interruption.
My
Do a
niece,
shoe at him. Saw him?
my niece is a
It
gangster.
was a shoe at him. You saw his face? I was like, Dad, I'm gonna throw a shoe at your ass.
There's a dude in the UK who had plastic surgery to make himself Korean. There's a chick who had plastic surgery to make herself look like an anime girl, like
Oh, yeah.
big eyes and big boobs, like over exaggerated body.
So
with big
that's
cartoon
but that's like
eyes.
one in like 50,000 people. I'm talking about the next trend. What's the next trend? We already got hair implants for guys and wigs for guys. And everybody's like, "Fuck, you're going bald, man. Put something on your head, man. It's like a wig. It's like getting a haircut." You know what I'm saying? I want to
That's
fade
it.
one day.
Well, that's it. Body enhancement. What you gonna find like personality enhancements? Like That's
Yeah.
it. As far as the body
Yeah.
is concerned, we can pretty much do anything that we want to our bodies.
I
That's
feel like
sad,
it's
though.
gonna be downloadable programs like in the
I'm
Matrix.
waiting for that
like,
though. I'm waiting for that. I want that.
You can download Russian.
I want to download
shit.
some martial arts shit and fuck people up. That's what I want to do.
Oh nah, that shit gonna hurt.
Gotcha.
I want to download flying lessons. I want to do that shit.
They're gonna implant
Thank you.
something like in the side of our brain so that we don't have to use, like, they're gonna put some Bluetooth shit inside of our
Yeah,
head
the fuck
so we
right.
can hear
We
music.
nigga, we don't even want a vaccine for a very viable threat of a virus running around. You think we're gonna be like, yeah, stick a chip in our head? Like, fuck no.
Yeah,
That's
hell
not-
yeah, people would do that to have an iPhone in their head.
No one's gonna do
Hell
that.
yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all were born up here, right? In Maryland.
I was born
Well,
on the
you-
East
you've
Coast.
lived here predominantly
Yes,
most of your
sir.
Were you lived up here predominantly most of your life?
I live in the East
I'm
Coast.
I'm
yes,
saying-
sir.
Do you have, this is another going left a little bit too. Do you have any desire to go down south at all?
Not until I'm done.
I'm not a big traveler anyway, so no.
I mean, like to Alabama, Mississippi, or like any of those like Confederate states. Do you have any desire at all to go down there?
You mean to go down
No.
there and visit
Yeah,
or to live?
to visit.
No.
I'll visit anywhere.
Really?
I'll visit anywhere.
Nah, I'm good.
Well, that's
I
a
was-
good trade. I mean, that's a mindset of a traveler right there. He'll visit anywhere as long as you can come back home, right? Like you'll, like yeah, I'll go check something out.
Yeah, I go
Yeah.
check. Yeah, fuck it. I'll go.
Not me though. I don't give a fuck. Like, you're gonna have to. You gotta like not drag me, but like you gotta take me. That's how I feel.
You don't seem like the type that will leave it. You don't seem like the type that will leave the neighborhood. You seem like the type you're good where you at.
If I had a like shopping mall close to me, I wouldn't go anywhere. I've got like if I lived like around where you live at, Adrian, you've got everything there. I'm great. What am I leaving this strip for? Nigga, everything is
You know what?
here.
And I tell you this as a person who's traveled the world, I'm gonna tell you this. You're right. There's no reason to go nowhere else.
Where am I going?
Are you fucking serious? What? What?
Where-
Nah, man, come on. No, man, that's
I mean, listen,
nah,
okay.
yo, no.
I can say that because I've traveled the world. I've been to Asia. I don't place I've been to Africa. Been to Europe. I've been to Caribbean. You know, I've been to Mexico. So I've been all over the place,
And
right?
I've traveled too.
So-
I've been trafficked a few places. So yeah,
Okay.
In
anyway.
the States.
yeah, in the States, I've been trafficked.
I know what
a
you're
few
talking about, but
places.
that's weird if you put it like that.
No, yeah, I've done. I've seen the
What I'm
sights. of
saying is-
it.
We
What-
said
what
we
I'm
gotta
saying
make
is,
that
like-
an episode one day. Adrian. We gotta make that all. We got that whole where he got that from. We gotta make that whole thing.
Yeah, so that's a whole.
episode.
That's a. We're gonna get into that. That's a whole thing
Yeah.
that we need to get into.
That's,
You know
that's
what I'm
gonna
talking
be a
about? Too.
serious.
If we-
exclusive.
If we get
That's a whole thing.
5,000 followers, I'll tell my story.
5,000 followers.
Yeah.
5,000 followers. I need to have a
Hey,
I
man.
need to have a following for me to tell my story. Not
So
just
that's
a few
very
hundred.
interesting.
I need yeah.
That'd be because it's a very interesting story.
Yeah.
For those
Yeah.
y'all in the chat don't know, it's a very interesting story.
Mm.
What I'm saying is, like, after traveling and where I live right now, I have everything I need within like a 5-mile radius. 25. Let's say DC, the 25-mile radius, right? I don't need to go else. Like, people that move down south, I understand why they move down south because it's expensive around here. Get a better job. I'm sorry. We are in a sweet spot as far as like the country.
Just get a
I'm
better
saying,
Get a
job.
better job.
You better find a way to make some money.
We are-
But I'm gonna tell you where you
Hey,
live
listen,
at right
we
now
are-
You're a
is
fry
sweet.
cook. I mean,
We are in
you're
a
a waiter.
sweet spot. Look, because we got to think about it. We get the good weather and we don't get bad weather. We get inconvenient weather.
Very inconvenient
saying?
weather. That's just true.
We
I'll
get
agree
all
with
four.
that.
We get all 4 seasons. Okay, we get all 4 seasons. We want to go to the beach. It's like 2 hours one way. We want to go to mountains. It's 3 hours one way. If you want southern food, come down here. You want the urban setting of a city, DC's like right there. We're in a good spot. We are in a sweet spot because I'm in the suburbs, but I can be in the city within 30 minutes. You know, most places are not like that.
They
Like,
only
I
got
have, like,
one set.
I have
thing,
no desire
one-
to go down south.
Once they got one set weather, they got one set cuisine, they got one set.
Yeah.
It's a lot of other places
Yeah,
only
it's
got
like-
one set.
I'm cool with that, man. I just
Then
want to
you go down
experience as
south,
much
it's,
as
like,
life
hot.
as I can. Like I want to experience all
Now,
of that.
yeah. Like I want to go to Africa. That's like I want to go to Africa. I want to go to West Africa. I really do.
Africa is the one
Just to
place
say, that's-
international I've been. Like, and I had
really-
a
I've been
great
to-
time.
I've been to
I
England.
didn't want to go.
England is dope. I've been to England.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go in Africa?
I went to Senegal and Saint Louis.
See, I want to go. I want to go to Ghana. I want to go. I want to try West Africa.
I have this thing about going to places like that, and then like I don't know, man. Like it's probably crazy, but I'm just scared like of coups breaking out, and I'm stuck. Fucking
The what breaking out?
like a coup breaking out, man. You know, like a coup.
Nigga, what?
Nigga,
Hold
niggas
up,
taking over the
hold up,
niggas
hold
taking
up,
over
hold
the
up,
the government
hold
where
up.
I'm at.
Hold up. Why do you think
Coup.
Africa is backwards? Where it's like
No,
coups
I'm
going
I'm
on?
not saying just
What part of
Africa.
Africa you
I'm
going
not
to?
saying just Africa. I'm just saying like traveling. Period, man. Just be there, and all of a sudden, like the guerrilla
Gonna coup
troops
break out?
take over the government.
Nigga,
and
where
niggas-
you going?
I watch.
Tiger
I
appears
watch.
somewhere. and
I
shit,
watch
like-
movies, man. It's like Owen Wilson had
You
that
go to-
movie.
you-
No, when
Nigga, you
Owen
go to Sri
Wilson.
Lanka?
Owen Wilson did that movie where him and his
Ooh.
family had moved over to some
Ooh.
part in Asia, and then he was a contractor, and all of a sudden the rebels decided to throw a coup or whatever, and they was taking over the city, and they was killing everybody in their path, and he had to get his family to safety. Really good movie. Owen Wilson being serious.
Let me tell you
but
something.
that's scary.
that-
man.
Any coup that happens in the world, we're gonna be all right. Black people be okay. They don't fuck with us like that overseas.
That is not true, and that lie is
Yes, it's true.
comforting.
We don't get the listen. We don't get the shit you think we get overseas. We
No,
don't.
I
We don't.
I believe that, but when a coup is taking place, niggas gonna be like, "Do you speak the language? You don't? Chop, 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 nigga, we
So
dead."
why
son.
are you going to a place with a possible coup?
I don't know
Like,
where to
why
go.
would you go to-
Where do
like,
I go?
I'm gonna go to Afghanistan for a weekend.
Serious
Nobody
gonna go somewhere
Afghanistan,
with
all right?
with a McDonald's and a KFC and a shopping mall. You go find that in Africa. and
Where
that's you go.
where niggas where English is a close second language. Like, do you speak the language? No. All right, it's cool, man. I speak the same shit you talk.
Nigga, that's
So what
most
you
of
want,
West.
man?
That's
You want a
most
Big
of
Mac?
West
Yeah,
Africa.
That's most West
I
Africans,
want a
though.
Big Mac, man. Huh?
That's
Like,
most West Africa.
I went to
Liberia,
Africa,
Senegal.
man. Africa,
Ghana.
they laughed me out. I'm talking about a street vendor. We're there, like, we're from America. They talking about, oh, what are you guys doing here? Like, yeah, we're here to play music. We're playing at the jazz festival tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, man. So what do you speak? You speak something other than English? We like, nah. And they're like,
Oh, yeah.
man,
yeah.
I speak English. I speak Spanish. I speak French. I speak Wolof. I speak Portuguese. Like, all you speak is English? Are you serious?
They just gonna shit on you because you're
Yeah.
American.
Look,
dumb,
the
And then they
Colonized-
called me
dumb
Biggie
American.
Smalls because I was over 200 pounds. I was the biggest person there. Like, oh, you Biggie Smalls. And they was laughing at me, pointing and shit. Like, it was funny. as
Because-
shit,
And
though.
you gotta take it until you get back home safely. You just gotta take all the insults. You just take all of it until you get back home safely.
Okay, you have. I see your irrational fear of traveling is coming out. I
right.
see you have a serious irrational fear of traveling. I see it.
No. Honestly, I don't have any. Traveling isn't a thing. I mean, that was a joke, and that would be like in the far reaches. I just can't stand planes. The actual travel part of it, I just can't.
I knew that's what it was.
Yeah,
I knew that's what it was. We was talking earlier.
yeah. I just
Gave
can't.
us the clue.
Like
So when they start-
if they built a teleportation device and it was like you just go from here to here, I'd be all for that. You want to do a fucking highway that I will drive that bitch. I'll get there. There's time. Where we going? I'll drive.
What
I'll
about-
drive the whole
what
way.
about a
Let's go.
helicopter?
Here's a
If I don't like
question.
planes,
What
why
if
if I don't like planes that do this and sometimes this, why would I get on something that constantly just does this?
Oh, fuck boats. No.
Hey, boats.
I don't do
I
boats.
just
I
don't
don't
like
do
the
boats.
travel part of it. That's all. Nigga, I be
Would you-
driving in my
okay.
car. You ever had a strong wind push your car?
yeah.
I was on the bridge, nigga. I was driving. Oh, fuck. Hold on, nigga. Wait a minute. Not now. I need to pull over. What's wrong?
Yo, I was
I'm
flying a plane, one of those like little charter planes where it's just enough space for like maybe 2 or 3 people. Yo, nah, the fucking door came open.
Oh, see.
And I was like, oh, I haven't been back since.
See, nah, man.
Hold up. The door came open.
The door came open.
How high were you up?
We were in the air, like I was looking down at Bowie.
Nah, we good. I jumped out of planes for a living. I'm not. The door comes open. I'm flying. I'm good.
Like you jumped out of planes. Like somebody got to tell you that door is opening. Like you can't,
Yeah.
like you can't be in a plane and all of a sudden, like whoa,
Yeah,
nobody
brother,
prepped us for
shit.
this.
Nah, we ain't doing all that. This ain't Point Break. This ain't like we down on a plane. Nah.
And
I ain't doing all that
joint,
shit. I'm sorry.
being in them planes is like wrapping your juice in a fucking Reynolds like aluminum foil. That shit feels like so thin and papered, like the wind just be fucking that shit up.
Nah, I'm good, player.
It's weird, yo.
I'm
Like,
good. Now, question: I did see something. There were plans to talking of building like a high speed like tunnel between the Atlantic Ocean and Europe, like under the ocean. Would you get on that?
A high speed tunnel, like for a train.
Because what
or
it would do,
something?
you would start say in New York, and it would use the propulsion system or something that would just suck you all the way to England, going like 900 miles per hour, but you don't feel it because you're in this tunnel and it's taking away all the force and stuff like that because you're underwater. You have no resistance because you're underwater. You're in a tunnel.
I get on that just to do it.
Fuck that
Hell
shit.
yeah.
Nope, that's water. Nah. Nope. No. That's crazy. You ever seen that movie with that old girl that was in Twilight? And they were underwater.
They need to, wasn't it called Underwater or something like that? It was something with a very basic name, like
yeah. But and all of a
Shallow
sudden they couldn't figure
water
what the
or
fuck was
some shit
going
like
on. It was an actual creature living under the deep earth.
So my thing is,
Nah, I'm good.
I'd be less afraid to travel if they just made it safer. That's my thing.
It's safe.
Nah,
Planes don't go down that often.
nah, that often. You don't hear that.
Yeah, nah, that's true.
You don't hear that
He's right,
thing
though.
in your head. Like that's not
You don't
so,
hear-
for someone. For
How
someone with
often do you hear?
for someone with anxiety, that's not your comfort in saying that often isn't comforting for someone with that type of anxiety. Like, yeah, that often, and then I'm the unlucky one. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it plays
It's
out
safe
in our head.
Fly and drive.
I'm a really good driver, really safe driver. But then you got sinkholes.
Go
Hey, look,
for
man,
it.
shit happens. Like anything happens. Who's to say?
All right, well, we're going off the rails here, and I'm tired. I'm sick, and I
You're
take
sick.
rest.
Ew.
Yeah, man, I got
Oh
cold.
no.
I don't got the vid. Oh, I know I ain't got the vid.
It's funny because before you just said that, because your screen is kind of breaking up, so that yeah, I'm sick. I got the COVID. That's exactly what we heard. That's what I heard just now. But then you said it again. I don't have the COVID, so your screen was breaking up, and it took out the don't part, and you was like, "I got the COVID." That's what it said.
Nah, I don't have COVID. I'm just got a cold. That's all.
I didn't. You know, it's bad that you have it, but it's actually pretty cool that you have it because a lot of people say nobody gets sick from anything else since COVID came around. You know what? You're living
went to
proof
my
that
brother's
Dave and
people
Buster's still get. I had a good time, but I was upset. You know why I was upset? They didn't have hand sanitizers stashed all over the place. Like I thought, there was a lot of touchy stuff at a Dave and Buster's. You playing a lot of games and stuff. What the hell? Like if you don't have your own hand sanitizer, I'm like, these motherfuckers don't give a shit. There's just no hand sanitizers anymore.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna sign off. Motherfuckers is so back to normal. They don't give a shit. If a few more people got to die for us to get back to normal, people don't care. They want to get back.
Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning us in. Hey, Mo, appreciate all the keeping the chat alive, man. That was cool. Phenom,
Yeah.
L Boogie, if you still there, don't do drugs. Appreciate y'all tuning in. It was a real good, fun time that we had. And as always, A lot of truths have been shared, but there's no better truths than the truths that I've shared because I am always right. And on that note, I will catch y'all later. Peace.